Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the sacred space. Welcoming in the elements, the elemental spirits, earth, air, wind, fire, water, ether. Earth, air, wind, fire, water, ether. Give you guys a little smudge, a cleanse, a clearing. And always know that you're receiving these messages for your highest and best good always. Through unconditional love, divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom, and divine knowledge. So welcome. Welcome. We're just gonna have a quick conversation, I think, today. I've got the palo here. And then I have the wild sage incense. So welcome, I'm giving you the elemental spirits. So today is day 72, I believe, of FreQSpeak. Share my real raw frequency energy, essence, flavor, color with the collective. And just a quick conversation talking about signs, synchronicities, and colors. Not colors, colors. Colors are significant. I didn't say that. So rainbows, frequency. Orange, significant, sacral chakra. Tapping into that orange color. Maybe eating more color with orange. Tapping into that creative side of you. Again, everyone's 117 on the timer are being called to hit record and create, to share their voice, to share their authentic self. Not performing, not scheduling, not trying to control anything. You just hit record and you let it be however natural, messy, magical, magnificent it is, okay? All right. So, signs, synchronicities, and key codes, also embodying your higher self and rolling through your day with basically your higher self driving the wheel. 155 on the timer. So I wanted to share my experiences from being out in the wild today, as I call it, outside of the cave, the sacred space. So definitely all of the signs and synchronicities. I've had a lot of numbers. Again, you'll see this go in waves, and this just is to show you that you're in alignment or that you need an adjustment or a realignment or attunement with where you're at. So pay your attention to the thought patterns, maybe what you're listening to, what you're thinking, what you're doing in those moments that you're seeing certain numbers on repeat, or you're like, I know spirit and my team, my higher self has me looking at numbers and I'm adding them up in certain ways to see certain number patterns, signs, synchronicities, and key codes. And today was a lot of plate numbers and a lot of house numbers. So what I was called to, as I always say, is guided to say, is check the spiritual meaning behind these numbers when you're seeing them on massive repeat. Like the 111s, the 222s, the 17s, the 717, 711 has been showing up a lot. 211, 129, 48, 21, 21. All of these numbers that are on repeat. 211. If you're paying your attention, you're going to see this, and your team is making this very abundantly aware that they want you to go check this out. Outside of where are you at, thinking, like I said, feeling what has taken place, what are you doing in that moment. There's probably just some information there, but also please get curious and go look at the spiritual meaning behind that number that's been on repeat, as well as the angel number. And here's the fun thing that I thought of this morning. My team brought to my awareness is, if you play with the tarot like I do, you play with divination, tarot cards, oracle cards. If you're seeing certain numbers on repeat, like 17 associated with the star card, wish fulfillment, you are the star, you are a star seed, you are an earth angel. You can look at that. So if you're seeing certain numbers, maybe use the tarot and interpretations of the tarot, and what that meaning is also might be a message in there, which I thought was great. Like I said, I'm a master number 11, so a lot of the numbers in my life, like my phone number, my house number, different things add up to the master number 11, or break down to that. I just realized here not too long ago, my carport number actually breaks down to the number 14, or adds up to the number 14. And like I said, 14s are very significant. My birthday is on the 14th of the 10th month of the year, October 14th. So I see a lot of 14s, and 14 is associated with the temperance card, and you can look at the significance around the tarot. So have fun with that now. So if you're seeing 14s and 19s and 17s and 8s, I'll just rattle up a few that have been showing up in my life a lot. Welcome in source energy. Embrace these source codes, please. Outside of my frequency and energy that you're receiving for your highest and best good, outside of the human words, whatever you're receiving beyond the mind and ego, whatever is being received in your field that's speaking to your soul, speaking to your heart. Welcome in the source codes, as well as welcoming in the frequency and energy codes of the elementals that are here with me, okay? So like the number 7, if you see 7 a lot, just 7 is, that's associated with the Chariot card. If you're seeing the number 5, you could see what, I didn't write down what card that was associated. Oh, the Hierophant, sorry. I did write down in 2 different spots. My journal's just a hot mess, which is perfect, just the way it is. 517 on the timer, so we've got the 5 and the 17. So again, the 5 card, Hierophant, 17, Star card. You know, so I'm going to start playing with this even more because my team's like, let's play some more. So I'm always like, how can we play these games, these puzzles, these pieces, these signs, synchronicities, and key codes for each present moment. And remember, you have to be present to actually tap in. Like, I've been seeing Jeeps everywhere. I've asked my team, why am I seeing Jeeps? Not just Jeeps like online and in videos, but in ads and things, but I've actually been physically seeing Jeeps. I think I saw 5 Jeeps today. There was a Jeep behind me the other day. Like, what's the synchronicity of seeing Jeeps, multicolored Jeeps? So is it the Jeep in general, or is it the color of the Jeep? Like a red Jeep, a yellow Jeep, a orange Jeep, a purple Jeep, you know, different things like that. So that might, you know, 606 on the timer. All right, so 14, like I said, is again my birth date, which is the Temperance card, Earth Angel. You can look at the significance. Number 19, I've been seeing the 19 again in all ways, shapes, and forms. Outside, you know, again, adding and breaking down numbers as the way my clear cognizance and my clairvoyance works. I'm seeing things differently. I see different patterns, and that's the way those abilities work. They don't just work in one specific way. We like to say, okay, I can see clearly with my third eye, but it's in different ways. Like, again, you see things, you see messages in signs, you see messages in numbers, you see different combinations, 644 on the timer, different combinations of these numbers as well, okay? So like a 14, 19, 17, star card, wish fulfillment, 8, number 8, which can mean abundance for sure, 888 again, but it also is the number of the strength card. So that just tells you that you've been Shinietta words. You've been forging with that quiet, gentle strength, okay? The Hierophant, again, is the number 5 card. Those were just some of them that came to mind that have been like on rapid repeat. And again, there's many other major arcanas that you can look into that if you're seeing on repeat. So start playing with that. So like if I start seeing the number 11 all the time, what card is that associated with? And, you know, just have fun with that, again, outside of these other ways of playing the game, because guess what? This is one big game, and you are the main character of your game, and you also can design your own game. What level are you playing? I've been playing on level 10 for a while. 10 significant, thank you. 10. So I pick hard this round. Clean it up, clear it up, moving on up, level up. All right, so in the wild, so it's been interesting anytime I've gone into wild, there's a few different things with appointments and different things going on where I've gone out and I've come home, did some content and had to go back out, and vice versa. And in the past, I would try to get everything done at once, so I'm not going out, coming back, going out, coming back. Okay, this might resonate with somebody. So like I said, I embody my higher self. I am my higher self, embodied in this physical vessel, in this temple, in this sacred container. Okay, so last year, I just continue to allow my higher self to guide me and to lead me in every day and every now present moment. Like I said, I telepathically say, okay, what are we doing today? Which direction are we going, left or right? Which store are we going to? And I get a clear answer, and then I just go, okay? And if we're saying go this route, no, go a different route, okay? And just drive. Not worrying about how long it's going to take me to get there, which way it's going to take me to get there, all these different things. And today's another example of that. So dropped the kid off for school and was guided. I needed to fill my water jugs up, and I decided to go to Myers and get a couple other things, but the water machine was broke. I'm like, okay, so I'm not supposed to get water at Myers. I grabbed my other things, and the woman checking me out said, well, where will you get water? And I said, well, I'll probably just go down to the Spartan store, which was the next stop. I had a chiropractic appointment too as well this morning, so I thought, and I wanted to tan, so I thought, okay, I'll go get the water at the Spartan store, because I was guided to go to the Spartan store and to get it there, which I don't go there very often. Again, there's no coincidences that while I am placed in certain places and are guided to just go for a drive or go to certain places, and you might walk around and they don't have the thing, and you have to go to the other place and they don't have the thing. You know what? Do you see it's like we're on a, what is it from the movie the series Manifest, which is a great series if you haven't seen it. So we're going on a treasure hunt, a very special treasure hunt. Circle in a dot, X marks the spot. So I love that. Like the kids, like every time I do this, I'm like, we're going on a treasure hunt. We're going on a treasure hunt. A very 10-10. We're going on a treasure hunt, a very special treasure hunt. Circle in a dot, X marks the spot. So I'm like, okay, we're going to the department store. Again, my higher self is knowing what she's doing, guiding me to these places as Source just blasts in during this conversation. Thank you, Source. And so I forgot corn chips for the kiddo. So I went to get corn chips and someone left a coupon there. And I see this happen often is people that get coupons if it's a product that they don't need or that they they use their coupons, they leave it next to the product. And I think that's a great idea. So there was a coupon there. So I got 50 cents off. So that's, again, abundance. And then went to fill the water up, and I'm filling up the water up, and this lady walks by and she goes, kind of like, she already kind of like, her energy was already coming at me, just like rough. I'm just doing my own thing and just filling my water jugs up. And she knows, those, something's cheaper somewhere else. I'm like, yeah, okay. I said, I'm not worried about price. She goes, you're not? She goes, I'm worried about price. I said, no, I'm not worried about price. I said, everything that I need is provided for me. I have all of the abundance that I need, or something. I don't remember because it was channeling. And she's projected at me, and her energy literally went, wah, and I'm like, okay. And she said something else, and I made another comment about, I said something about, I'm always provided for. I don't worry about the cost of things, because I don't, because what I put out, I will get back. I don't worry about that. I said something around like that's a lack mentality, or, I don't get caught up in the lack mentality or something like that. Anyways, that was a trigger. It irritated her programming. And that's fine. That's it, perfect. Everything's perfect. And I could feel the shots fired, the anxiety, and whatever she was projecting back onto me. And then it activated, it triggered her, because she paused and kind of walked away, but then she kind of circled back a little bit. And so first thing she kind of like, so what church do you belong to? I said, I don't belong to any religion. I said, I'm highly spiritual. I said, I don't believe in a man with a white beard on a throne in the sky. I don't. I said, I'm connected to the all. I'm connected to the infinite. I'm connected to Source, Creator. And irritated the programming and all of the thought beliefs and all of that. And again, it was perfectly designed that way, because that beautiful soul needed a little something. I need a little something. So basically I could feel the anxiety. I literally instantly could feel whatever she was projecting towards me energetically. And I'm like, all right, thank you. And I just asked for that energy to be cleansed and cleared, and, sending all the light, love, magic, and miracles, energy, frequency, and the whole time I was shopping, I was just kind of wandering around the store. She was literally like in the field, which I thought was fascinating, that Spirit put our paths, had us cross paths, but also that during the whole shopping time, it was like the paths crossed or the fields brushed up against each other. But the entire time I was in the store, anywhere I would kind of wander off to, she was kind of in the area. I could see her, which is really interesting. It's just thankful for this. Thank you for this experience, this lesson. Thank you for placing me here. Thank you for me experiencing that projection so I could transmute that energy, return that, all of that. So this is just, it was beautiful. It was. And we literally were checking out in different lanes at the same time. So there was no coincidence that, couldn't get water at one place, went to the other place and had this experience with this particular soul. And this soul was ready to experience whatever they were ready to receive. And I was to experience what they were sending back, all of that. So it all worked out perfectly. So again, what I'm getting to the point is just continue to embody your higher self. So let's say now, I am my higher self. I am my higher self. I embody my higher self. I'm rooted in this physical vessel, in this home, in this is my home. This is my temple. This is my sacred container. I am my higher self. Say that every day and just have fun with it and say, okay, what are we doing today? Where are we going? And that's sacred work. Right? Just you driving to certain places or taking different directions. Remember, you are a powerful being. Your frequency and energy is needed. So when people always get wrapped up, and I did too, what is my purpose? That right there is huge, where you are just placed into spaces, people, places, and things and areas for a reason, whether you realize it or not. And when you become aware of that, now you're like, oh, thank you, that was awesome, you know, appreciate that. Whether it's an encounter like that, or if you literally sit and have a conversation with another soul, whatever it is, or you're just in the space and energy and frequencies are being shared, cleansed and cleared, you know, transmuted again, because I'm a master alchemist of transmuting energies and all of that. So there was, you know, clearly she needed to release a little bit of that, maybe hear that a little bit. And again, I don't need to know any more than that. And it's like, thank you. Just thank your team, thank your higher self, because you are your higher self. And in that, after that experience, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna call him, see if I can get in early with my chiropractor. And again, I've been dealing with this flooring, plumbing, toilet thing for, this is week 3. Again, patience is huge. And there's no reason, like I said, shit will get done when shit gets done. If I'm able to do things without too much disruption, I'm not gonna worry or stress about it. It's a waste of my time and energy. So again, that message is for somebody. Quit wasting your time and energy on things you have no control over. Quit. Source says quit. Your higher self says quit. And so with that, I called and there was no earlier appointments, you know, because I went and tanned, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. And then shortly after, the maintenance guys. So as soon as I pulled into the tanner, the maintenance guys finally got back with me and said, hey, can we come in to do your toilet? I'm like, yeah, perfect. I'll be home in a little bit. So again, if I would have gotten into the chiropractor's office sooner, then, you know, I wouldn't have been able to talk to the maintenance guys, all of that stuff. So I came home, they were doing their thing, and I was getting something to snack on, and then I was off again, you know. So, and again, guiding in different directions. So I was also driving in different spaces today. Like I was very guided to take different ways to and from that I would normally do, which I say change up the energy. So when you change up the energy, you change up the fields, you change up the timeline, you know, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over on repeat without even thinking. Again, changing up the energy, just changing up the energy, moving things around in your house, putting things in different places, even though it's always been in the same place all of the time. It's like same thing when you're driving to different places, take a different directions, or say, hey, okay, do I go left or right? And 1711 on the timer, you know, different things like that. Start playing with these knowings, and it becomes really fun, because the universe will place you, whether you realize or not, in spaces to do work, whether you realize it. And if the work is just your energy field brushing up against somebody else's energy field to help them in some way, shape, or form, or to activate them, or mirror, or receive a projection so you can transmute the energy, whatever it is, just know it's beautiful and perfect 1744. And in the way it was the way it unfolded. Okay. So yeah, that was really fun today. So it's not quite 12 o'clock yet. Actually, it's 12:04. 1204. So what do we have? 18:02 on the timer. So just take these signs, synchronicities, and key codes. Rainbows are so significant. Holy hell in a handbasket. Literally, I laughed out loud so many times today. I saw a license plate that said, ha ha ha. After having a conversation with my partner this morning, laughing about, like literally laughing out loud about signs, synchronicities, and key codes, because he's, you know, receiving paperwork that has 222 in significance that helps him connect to us and my energy, because of the 22 as being a number, a master number that has been in my life most of my adult life as a sign, synchronicity, and key code. So now it is part of his awareness. And I responded at 11:44. So just making those, like 18:44, making those conscious awarenesses of having the fun with the universe and the puzzle pieces, and then literally saying ha ha ha, and laughing back and forth, and then seeing a license plate that said ha ha ha. I laughed so loud I couldn't even believe it, and it's like, you got to give them an applause, because it's hilarious. And then on the way home, or on the way back from where I was at Myers, I'm like, wow, this traffic is really kind of like thick, and just, you know, just chill out and be patient. Don't rush it. There's a reason for it, and there's a reason why you're being delayed here, and there's a lot of traffic and at a time where they're really, anyways, you know what I mean. And then I literally, when I was able to pull out, I pulled out right behind a car that the license plate said 2222. So again, I'm just sharing the magic in my world, because I want you to be able to experience this magic in your world, because it's happening all the time, but you're just not in the present moment, and you're moving too fast to pay your attention to it. So this is your message today to, again, to continue to slow down, to breathe, to take the pauses, and to pay your attention to the music, to the numbers, to the signs, literally the words on the signs. Are you seeing a certain message in another message? You know, these are all different ways that your abilities work, and how your higher self is communicating, how the universe is communicating to you, how your spiritual team is communicating to you. And there's our other sign. Hello. So we've got a spider. So look at the significance of spiders. Come here, beautiful. You're not going to go anywhere? I don't usually have spiders crawl. They're in the house. But when they cross your path, okay, there's a reason for it, okay? There's a reason. So there's another sign in synchronicity. Please go look at the posting of seeing a spider that was on my wall. The daddy long legs, daddy lady legs. So this is a sign in synchronicity for you guys as well. This is another elemental. All right, earth elements, Gaia. I work very closely with Gaia. Okay, beautiful. We're going to put you over here. Thank you, spirit. So it's spirit. I don't kill anything. If I feel like I need to move it, I had a little black spider on the wall the other day. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. You can go over here, because spiders really come down in here because it's cold out. So I'm like, you can come in here, but just go over there. You know, and if you need to, don't kill it. Insects are very, don't. Flies, monitoring spirits, more than likely. Move it out or away. All right, so that was amazing. I literally looked down and we're talking about sign synchronicities in spirit. Thank you, the elemental 2121. Thank you. And again, 21. Look at the 20. What card? I didn't write that one down. With the 20 card number 20 wasn't in the tarot, because there's 22 major arcanas in the tarot. So I have to look at that one because that one's come up quite a bit. And so there's your sign in synchronicity. You're going to see spiders. That's the confirmation that you need to pay your attention. Yeah, so that was really fun. I literally looked down at my journal just to see what else I wanted to kind of talk about, and where there's a spider crawling in my path. So again, when a spider crosses your path, that's a really good sign. I believe that abundance is coming in. It's good luck, basically. Again, I saw a hawk, so hawks are significant when I was out in the wild. Again, eagles, rainbows, that's what I was thinking too, circling back to the rainbows. So I was literally walking in Myers, as I'm kind of like all over the place as it is. It's just squirreling around. So y'all will 2 on the timer. So if you're still here, this message is definitely for you. There was a rainbow on a potato chip bag. I've never seen a rainbow on a potato chip bag. Unicorns, I'm driving home, and you know how people have those Christmas white reindeer or deer in their yard? I looked up and there was Christmas white reindeer, and another one was a white unicorn with rainbow on it. Again, I'm laughing out loud because my team is just having so much fun today, and it's not even like 1 o'clock. So I've seen all of the sign synchronicities and key codes. And when things are coming in abundance like that, that means you are in alignment. Things are coming in, all right? And they're coming in fast. So the rainbows, the unicorns, the spiders, the hawks, the eagles, all of these are significant, all right? Archangel Gabriel, look down. Archangel Gabriel, diamonds are created under pressure. Do you resonate with being, feeling like you've been under pressure most of your life in some way, shape, or form? So Archangel Gabriel, again, Archangel Gabriel blowing his trumpet, calling judgment. Trumpets, he's blowing his trumpets to call judgment. Judgment has been called in the spirit, and now it's manifesting where judgment is being called in the physical, okay? Be open to receive all of your gifts, all of your abundance, no matter what it is, and have patience. Be patient. Like I said, going back to the flooring, this started, like I said, the flooding took place last year in the springtime, and there were a couple different situations. And again, I think those now looking back were minimal hits on energetic attempts and attacks, shots fired, but instead of a major flood, was minimal. Had the carpet removed, and now we're here in January, and they came in 3 weeks ago. They said they couldn't because of the toilet was, the water shut off, wouldn't work, the bolts were down. So then the maintenance guy had to come in, and then I had to wait another week for the actual flooring guys. The flooring guys came in last week, but they still couldn't mount the toilet properly because there was something wrong with the toilet underneath, and hence the week 3. So the number 3 is significant. 2422 on the timer, 2424 on the timer, or 66, however you want to look at these. A lot of, like, the numbers are coming in like madness. So thank you, Spirit, for playing along today for this video. And so I'm like, all right, guys, cool. Like I said, I don't have no control of it. They're busy. I don't, there's no reason for me to waste my energy and bitch and complain. on something I can control. I have functioning stuff. It's not perfect, but everything's taken care of. All right. So there's definitely messages in here for you, beautiful collective, beautiful souls that are here, that I've landed in front of you by no coincidence. You know this by now. It's confirmation, affirmation, signs, synchronicities, and key codes. Story time. You're landed here to receive my frequency and my energy. Again, receiving things beyond the human words, speaking directly to your field, to your soul, to your heart. Maybe to tell you need to be patient a little more. Pay attention to the sign and synchronicities. Your team says we're trying to get your attention. I just heard that we are trying to get your attention. So that's why I'm guided to speak. So you got curious and clicked play. Or again, I just landed here because your team is saying they're trying to get messages to you. Outside of the dream state, they're trying to get messages to you. So that's, again, pay your attention and have some patience. So I don't know what between the two is. Just if you're feeling like things aren't moving, okay, there we go. If you're feeling like things aren't moving as quickly as you think they should be, have patience. Have the patience. Breathe and have patience. The other thing is, for the other part of you, beautiful souls, you are not paying your attention, and your team, your higher self, is trying to get your attention. Get your attention! Ah! So, wow, thank you for that. Thank you for that message. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the signs and synchronicities. Thank you for playing along, universe. Thank you for playing along, source, higher self, my team. Because we're about 30 minutes in, and I just looked up and it's 2626. So there's a lot of numbers coding in here, okay? And then again, these are key codes. These are signs and synchronicities. Again, everything is mathematics. So you say, okay, 2626. All right, thank you for showing me. And then, so it's literally like these little tumblers, and everything's just slightly unlocking or lining up, different things like that, okay? Also, you're going to be taking off like a rocket came in. All right. And again, part of this abundance that could be coming is an upgrade in your gifts and your abilities, or new ones are going to be coming online that you're going to be tapping in and tuning into. And again, that might be part of why your team has been trying to get your attention. Okay. All right. The movie Matrix is significant. Maybe some of you need to go watch the movie Matrix again. That is a documentary. Also, Avatar, another documentary, not fantasy. So those are two documentaries that are maybe you need to revisit with new abilities, more clear seeing, more clear sentient, more feeling, more clear hearing, and more clear knowing. Revisit these movies. I say it's profound on what you start seeing that you didn't see before. Or if you're seeing videos throw up in your feed on repeat, it's because you're meant to see them again, because there's more information. Let's say you saw a video a month ago, but it came up again. Don't bypass it. That's your team saying, okay, there's more messages in here. You weren't ready for these messages this time, but you're ready for them this time. Okay. So again, that's some information for somebody, that if you're seeing certain videos come up again, that there's, again, let's say, like, even this is what's happened to me, is like, I'll see it on Facebook, I'll listen on Facebook, and then 1 or 2 days later, I'll get it on YouTube. So I listen to it again because I'm a completely different person than I was 2 days ago. So I re-listen it again to see if the message is the same, or if I'm receiving more information. So hopefully that resonates. I always intend that my messages reach those that it's meant to reach. Again, for your highest and best good, always through unconditional love, divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine wisdom, divine power, divine knowledge. And just breathe. It's just been a fun morning. And again, stay warm. Get out, have fun, express your inner child. And again, this is, again, my inner child's been having a hell of a time with having a hell of a fun time with all of this. So I will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.